Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. We got an NBA rundown from, I'm going to tell you, one of the top handicappers in this industry. He started with us last year, posted over 2,900 units of profit, about 3,000 units of profit last year. This year, the first 2 months, again, 2,900 units of profit, nearly 5,900 units of profit the last 14 months. Nobody is putting up these numbers on these multi-capper sites, these legit sites that track records. No one's put this performance. Let's bring him in right now. The guy everyone wants to meet, everyone wants to see. It's our man, Joseph Schultz. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Joseph, what's happening?
What's up, Tony? Good to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. It's about time. We want to get the cappers up here. We're ready to roll here. We got to the football season. We're ready to go. Joseph, as we said, has been a top performer with us here at Tony'sPicks.com. And I will go ahead and show you these amazing numbers that Joseph has put up here. I mean, it's just amazing. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put up the records just so I can verify it to you guys when I'm telling you this. It's all verified when you go over to Tony'sPicks.com and you look at these numbers. It's just amazing the type of performance that Joseph has put up here in this about 14 months he's been here. So we're going to go ahead and scroll to the bottom here. We go to the leaderboard 2.0, right? So we go to leaderboard 2.0. We go to 2024. Okay, Joseph Schultz, top of the leaderboard at Tony'sPicks.com. He is producing, as you can see here. Let me pull it up here. Just a second here. I had it set up to show off the numbers here. Here we go. So Joseph Schultz for 2024, 2,964 units of profit. Okay, last year, 2023, you hit that, and Joseph Schultz, 3,045 units of profit. That's about 6,000 units of profit the last 14 months. Nobody's doing this. This is the top handicapper in the industry right now, Joseph Schultz. So congratulations, Joseph, and a great 14 months here at Tony's Picks.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity.
You got it, man. You deserved it. Fantastic results here. And we'll go ahead and do the NBA rundown here with Joseph. We'll get started here. He likes this. What's what he captured this time of the year. So we'll get started here. Bucks and Hornets going to go at it again after a day off here. We're gonna cover this game here. Bucks and Hornets. The Bucks going to be laying 11.5 on the road. Total 217.5.
So the way I'm seeing this game is, the Bucks had a lot of changes. They weren't playing defense to begin the year. The loss of Holiday, just really hurt them more than what a lot of people were expecting. And I wasn't that big on them. I thought they might have been about the fourth best team in the East. But with bringing in Doc Rivers, and then the move I absolutely love is bringing in Patrick Beverley, they still didn't quite put it together at first. But I knew that the All-Star break was coming, and I told everyone, I even put some future bets on them, that they needed just a little bit of time off for Doc to implement some things, for the new additions to the team to get their rhythm going. And I knew that they would probably make a run up to the second spot in the East. And Charlotte, I know they just got blown out, but they've actually been sneaky good. They've been covering and winning, and believe it or not, besides the last game, the 5 games prior to that, they had the number 1 defense, which was shocking even to me. But with that said, the Bucks, it's a big number, but if you're gonna bet this game, I can't see any other way than laying it with Milwaukee. They're just clicking on all cylinders right now and really putting things together since the All-Star break.
All right, Joe Schultz here. Find his premium plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Likes the Bucks here, laying this 11.5. Looks like Ball and Williams will be out here for Charlotte. Middleton, the only one listed, is out here for the Milwaukee Bucks. So the play here will be on Charlotte Hornets, guys, here for pick number 1 here on our NBA rundown here with the Joseph Schultz. You'll find his premium plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's continue here on the NBA rundown here for Thursday's action. It'll be the Jazz and the Magic going head-to-head here. We've seen the total move up a little bit from the opener a few hours ago. So we got the Magic laying 6, total now 224.
Right, so historically the Jazz have owned the Magic, winning 8 out of the last 10 meetings. But the tables are starting to turn here. This ain't the same teams. So the Jazz are just 1-6 straight up and against the spread in the last 7. but Orlando has actually won 4 out of 5 and 6 out of their last 8. Um, the Magic are worth a play here. It's actually one of my favorite plays on the card today. Now, Paulo Banchero was in shoot around tonight, but he didn't end up playing, and they didn't end up needing him with the murder that they committed against the Nets. But I think he should be good to go here. It was an illness. If he went through shoot around tonight, he should be good to go. So that's just added incentive to play the Magic here. I think it's a short enough number to lay it with the Magic.
All right, Joe Schultz, you'll find his premium plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Top unit producer last 14 months anywhere. Document over at Tony'sPicks.com. Likes the Magic here, laying the 6 points. All right, let's continue on here on the rundown here. NBA rundown with Joseph Schultz. Next up, it's those Warriors. Warriors on the road against the Knicks. TNT to televise. Warriors now up to 4 here from the opener of 3. Total 223.5.
All right, just letting you guys know. Transparency. I'm a diehard Knicks fan, but my handicapping will never it'll never interfere with my handicapping. Just put it that way. But for this game, the last time the Warriors were in Madison Square Garden, they actually got smoked. They lost the game by 38, but they didn't have Steph Curry in that game, and obviously now they will. I think guys like. And another thing is, I believe in, especially in the NBA, I believe in spots, and revenge spots is one of the things. And this is like a great revenge spot for the Warriors. Draymond Green, Steph Curry, they're going to be probably out for blood. Not to mention, they can't afford to lose too many games. They were, prior to the All-Star break, they were in 11th place. But I think they've climbed up to, if I'm not mistaken, they're in 8th, and they're in striking distance of 7th. They could possibly get out of the play-in positions. So they're definitely determined to do that, and that's why they've been playing so well, because to me, I see it as the Warriors' playoffs have already begun, at least in their eyes. Let's see what I got here. Oh, the Knicks haven't been playing well either. I know they're down 3 starters, which is hard for a lot of teams to overcome. But they're just 1-9 against the spread in their last 10, and I see no other way but to bet the Warriors here.
All right, we got Joseph Schultz, top performer over at Tony'sPicks.com. The past 2 seasons, nearly 6,000 units of profit over the last 14 months. Document over at Tony'sPicks.com. Like the Knicks here. Sorry, like the Warriors. The Warriors laying the 4 here on the road against the Knicks. Of course, Jalen Brunson questionable there as well for New York, so that could be a 4th guy injured there for the Knicks. So
right now, can I say one thing quick?
Go right ahead.
I'm sorry. So for anyone who would want to bet on the Knicks, I would go ahead and grab that immediately, because if Brunson is ruled in, that line is going to move significantly. Now, if you want to bet the Warriors, I don't see any harm in waiting to see if he is indeed ruled in, and maybe you get a better number.
There you go. On the record here, we got Joseph here on the Warriors here. This one on TNT, 7:30 Eastern time. Get Joseph's premium plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Click the link in the description and get signed up. All right, let's continue here on the NBA rundown. Joined by Joseph Schultz, top handicapper. I'm going to say in the industry, show me a capper who's documented 6,000 units the last 14 months. You won't find any. You won't find any documented. All right, let's continue on here. Next up, it'll be the Hawks at the Nets. We see the Nets favorite 1.5, total 224.5.
Oh my God, my poor guy, Kevin Ollie. All right, so the Hawks have been playing the last couple games without Trae Young, which, surprising to me, they look better without Trae Young. I don't know what that's exactly about. I haven't caught a ton of their games recently. I think I need to go and look at exactly what's going on there. But they are 2-0 straight up and against the spread in their last 2 without him. Now, they did lose back in December at home to the Nets. And as bad as the Nets did look tonight, I think that was just an ultimate spot for the Magic. I just knew that they were going to lose that game, but I didn't think by that amount. But so they should be still without Cam Thomas, but Ben Simmons should play. He didn't play last game because of back to back, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he'll definitely be back. Like I said, Brooklyn looked terrible, but I think I have trust in Kevin Ollie, and I think that with time for him to implement his system, similar to Doc Rivers, except they don't have the talent like that. But similar to the Doc Rivers situation, I think the Nets may start playing better in the coming games. So to be honest, and here's another thing, I'm gonna try not to do this for you guys because you guys want picks, but sometimes there's games where it's like it's just better to stay away. And if I'm being honest, this is a game I'd like to sit back and watch and try to learn something for the next time these teams play somebody else. But if I had a free pick and I had to use it, I would guess I would lay the 1.5 with the Nets at home.
All right, there we go with Joseph. So lean pretty much here on the Nets, laying the 1.5 here against the Hawks tonight. NBA action, 7:30 Eastern time. You can find Joseph Schultz premium plays over at TonySpix.com. Let's continue on here on the NBA rundown here, joined by Joseph Schultz, top handicapper last 2 years over at TonySpix.com. Last 14 months, nearly 6,000 units of profit documented over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's continue on here. We've got and the Spurs going head to head here. We see the road favorite here, Thunder Lane, 10.5, total 236.
Okay, the Spurs, they don't have anyone that's going to go the lockdown on SGA, and SGA is gunning for that MVP. So for you prop guys, SGA's points, the over on his points prop is probably a decent play here. Obviously, the Thunder are a better team. And they've already smoked the Spurs twice this season. It's the Spurs' first home game after a 5-game road trip. That's already a fade spot for me in the NBA. These guys are human beings, and a lot of times people don't look at it like that. Think about some of the veteran players who have wives and children, and just think about all of them as a whole. They have things going on in their life, and they've been on the road for a week or two, and you first get home, you got things to handle. There's the natural stresses of life. So that's why I say I tend to fade teams on their first home game after being on the road for a while. But then you just look at the matchup. It's the Spurs versus the Thunder. The Thunder are my favorite team to bet on because while I think a team like the Celtics is probably a better team, the Thunder bring it always. They have aspirations of the number one seed in the West, and they have aspirations to go deep into the playoffs, and they just bring it every game. Now, for me, Oklahoma City is actually 5-0 straight up and ATS in their last 5. Highly motivated, like I say. There's only really one way to play this game, and it would be to lay the points with the Thunder.
All right. Joseph Schultz, find his premium plays over at TonySpix.com. Nearly 6,000 units of profit last 14 months. Document over on the side. Likes OKC on the road. Just based on the eye test, this team has been the healthiest team to be because, again, another clean injury report for OKC. Almost like the Kings last year. They've been very healthy throughout the season. OKC here laying the 10.5. All right, let's continue on here on the NBA Rundown here, joined by Joseph Schultz. Next game on the board here, it's the Rockets and the Suns. These teams met not too long ago, but no Nurkic in lineup. Looks like Nurkic may go. This one can be some issues on the report here. Beal and Gordon questionable. Nurkic probable. Nurkic, the rim defender, had a big game there against the Lakers. The Suns laying 8.5, total 234.
Right. Now with that injury report, it's like figure it out, right, guys? So Phoenix actually lost not too long ago to the Rockets. And I remember I was watching that game. I remember the Suns led in the first half by a good margin. I don't remember exactly, but I just remember. And the Rockets came storming back and ended up winning that game. Now the Rockets have actually won 3 out of their last 4 against the Suns. Um, we know Houston is not typically a team we want to bet on the road. They're a big home team. I think I have the numbers. Yeah. Houston is just 5-23 straight up on the road and 10-18 against the spread on the road. I can't back Houston here. This, especially with the injury report, this is one of those games where it's like I'd probably stay away if I'm being honest with you guys. But yeah, just the Rockets being on the road, I've got to go with the Suns.
All right, a lean there to the Suns for Joseph Schultz here. Suns and the Rockets here Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And get Joseph's premium plays over at TonySpicks.com. Let's continue on here on the rundown, joined by Joseph Schultz. We now move to the doubleheader game on TNT. It should be a pretty good one. We got the Heat at the Nuggets here, going head-to-head here. Nuggets on the back-to-back, Heat with the rest, but been on the road. Nuggets laying 4.5, total 214.5.
So this is actually my favorite play of the night. It's the ultimate revenge spot. They got the Nuggets gave the Heat the old gentleman's sweep in the finals last year. This line opened up, if I'm not mistaken, opened up at Denver -6, and it is down 1.5 points. I think, again, I could be wrong. I think that's some news of Jamal Murray possibly not playing in this game. Not sure what's going on there, but either way, I love the Heat right here. Like I talked about the ultimate revenge spot, but Miami's also been hot, winning 5 straight, 7 out of 8, and 8 out of 10. They're also 8-0 against the spread in their last 8. So with the revenge spot, also another thing is that Denver's played. I'm sorry, Denver's on a back-to-back. They're also just 4-7 against the spread on back-to-backs. Miami's 17-12-1 against the spread on the road. Surprisingly, Denver is below 500 against the spread at home. And I thought hopefully Hero plays in this game. Who knows, honestly. But like I said, even with all the question marks, I love the Heat in this game.
All right, there we go. Joseph liked the Heat here, getting the 4.5 here against the Denver Nuggets. Hero questionable as his past 2 games in this one, so we'll see how it rolls here in this one here. We'll have probably a better idea. There is going to be a morning shoot around for Miami, so keep an eye there. But here the Heat plus 4.5 against the Nuggets on TNT tonight, guys. Check out Joseph Schultz over at TonySpace.com. Get on board with one of his long-term passes. Top performer here at the site the last 2 seasons, past 14 months.
Hey Tony.
Yo.
Also, just for the listeners or the watchers, Denver could potentially come out a little flat because they just had a big game against the Suns, which was a triple revenge spot for them. They had lost 3 straight to the. I'm sorry, did I say the Suns? I meant the Kings.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could come out a little flat after a big win like that.
There you go. Back-to-back spot here. We got Joseph here on the Heat plus 4.5. All right, let's continue here on the rundown here, joined by Joseph Schultz. We continue next, and this will be what a game we saw tonight. This was an unbelievable game. There was a turning point with his Lakers, and it was our old buddy Westbrook. With that turnover, that kind of turned the entire momentum around, just sloppy ball handling. But anyway, Lakers here. Laying 9.5 to this Wizards team that is they've had their issues here post All-Star break. Although they have actually been a pretty good cover on the road, believe it or not, but not lately. Right. Lakers 9.5, total 241.5.
Oh my God, you don't know the half with so this one's, I'm not going to talk forever on this one. It's pretty easy. The Wizards are 0-5 in their last 5 games. They're just 9-49 on the season. They're a tanking team, and to be clear, what I mean by a tanking team, I don't ever mean the players are trying to lose a game. That doesn't happen in professional sports. What happens is front offices are incentivized to lose games, so they will run out lineups that aren't they won't maximize their lineups. So I just want to clarify that when I say a team is a tanking team, the players always play hard. The Lakers, they haven't been great recently. Maybe the comeback win against the Clippers, maybe give them a spark. But like I said, I won't talk long on this one. I really wouldn't want to be laying almost double digits with the Lakers, but I really have no other way to play this game. I can't back the Wizards.
All right, there we go. Make it quick, make it easy there on this one. Lakers 9.5 against a Wizards team that is pretty much using reverse analytics. They're basically trying to give themselves the best chance of not winning on paper with lineups and sitting guys. That's pretty much it. Is reverse engineering the game there. So there we go with our rundown here with Joseph Schultz. As we said, Joseph Schultz, top performer over at TonySpicks.com. I think I showed you guys the numbers here. They've been amazing here. We'll go ahead and refresh your memory here as we talked about it earlier in the segment. When you go and look at our leaderboard 2.0, you see for 2023 last year, 3,045 minutes of profit. Just click the tab here for 2024, and sure enough, already 2 months into this year, I should say, 29.64. Nobody in this industry over the last 14 months is producing 6,000 units of profit documented. I mean, Joseph Schultz has been a top performer in this industry, guys, and it's been outstanding. Great to have him here at TonySpicks.com. You guys can meet him now. We've got him here on the video. And Joseph, why don't you let everybody know what you have going over at TonySpicks.com as we're looking at a nice card here from NBA. There's also college hoops, NHL as well. What do you have going over at Tony Spicks? Ready to roll here for action on Thursday.
Well, as always, we have the $15 best bet of the day, profit guaranteed. So when we finish up with this video, I'll be putting that in along with a 3-pack for the NBA for just $25. Also, profit guaranteed. We also have longer-term packages like weekly for $179, the 3-day for $99, a month for $329, or you could get the whole year for $11.99.
There you go, guys. Go ahead and get on board with Joseph's over at TonySpace.com. This year, 2,964 units of profit, all documented over at TonySpace.com. Last year, 3,000 units of profit. Top performer in the industry. Nobody's putting up these numbers here the last 2 years. Nobody. And it's just great to have them here at TonySpace.com. I want you guys to know about the promo here. You can save 20% off any of the packages up there where it's a 1 day, a 1 year, 3 month, or 1 month or 30 day. You save 20% off when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Joseph's page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. You can also visit the link in the description to Joseph's handicapper page, and here you'll see all the packages he has for sale. You can also scroll through all the records and take a look at all the winning the past 2 seasons here from Joseph Schultz. He's been an outstanding performer at TonySpicks.com. Top performer last 2 seasons. He's only been in it 2 years, and man, he's proven to be the top performer not only at TonySpicks.com in the industry, because you're not going to find somebody with these numbers in the last 14 months nowhere. Okay, nowhere. So go ahead and get signed up with Joseph over at TonySpicks.com. All right, Joseph, great having you on the show here. We're going to make this regular. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, Tony. Have a good night.
You as well. Joseph Schultz here at TonySpicks.com, guys. I'm Tony T. Have yourself a winning night. We'll talk to you guys soon.